Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Is that Amanda?
Yeah. How are you today?
Good.
Good. Is it just us today?
No, John is here. He's just on the phone.
Hi, Amanda.
Hi. Awesome. Well, thank you guys for coming today.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you for having us. My name is Ricardo Montalban.
No, it is not. You are lying. You lie. You lie. You lie. That's John Cowsill, and I'm Vicki
Oh,
Peterson.
we haven't done that part yet.
Well, we just did.
Okay. Hi, my name is John Cowsill, and that's Vicki Peterson.
Love it. So you guys just did a collaboration album, right?
That is correct.
Who did we collaborate
with ourselves.
Oh, yes.
And each other. Yes. We collaborated with each other and our partner, Paul Allen, and we made a beautiful record that I can unabashedly say is a beautiful record because I feel like I'm also outside of it and a fan of these songs and the performances. So it's fun to be able to say that we're proud of it.
Would you like me to sign an autograph
Yes,
for you
I
or
would.
something if you're such a fan?
Yes,
No,
I
anyway.
love that.
That's awesome. So for the album, I was reading, it was written by, the songs were written by your brothers?
Yeah. My brother Bill and Barry Cowsill, who are also in the Cowsills with me. Bill is my oldest brother. Barry is the brother right before me. I'm sixth in the line of boys. Yeah, and they wrote some beautiful songs, and they died way too young. And so I've always wanted to do, for about 10 years we've had this project on a back burner because it takes us a long time to decide on moving on something. We always have great ideas, but they just stay ideas. But this one came to fruition, and yeah, it's just 6 of Bill's and 6 of Barry's. Bill's more traditional country, and Barry is more personal to his to his soul. But there's songs that I mean, I'm saying with my brother Bill, they're old. They're like 35 years old, some of these songs, and to try to find, when you don't know that when they pass away, oh, this will be fun, we'll record my brother's songs, and it should be easy, but because they're not here to say, oh yeah, you can use that. So now you have to go find the publishing, which is like so erratic. They've changed publishing houses so many times and licensed them. It's just a funny thing, but it is, as Vicki said, a beautiful album. And the first song that was our first single on there, called 1,000 Times, was a song that Vicki and I did about 20 years ago at my brother Bill's benefit. And it's funny that ended up being the first single all those years later. And I didn't think of that until you said, wow, this is the only thing we've ever sang together. Because for 20 years, we were just domestic. And now I'm going to shut up and let Vicki talk for a while. Hi.
Hi. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you,
well,
too.
Don't forget that during most of those years, John was on the road with the Beach Boys about 80% of the year. And I was touring sporadically. We weren't actually in the same time zone, or zip code for many, many years, to be clear. So that probably had something to do with the elapse of time between the first time we had the thought of doing these songs and the actual completion of the album. And then I moved to New York for a year, and then John left the road and he came with me to New York. So we ended up commuting, 2, 3 times a month back to California, to our studio here in California, to make this record. So anyway, hence the sort of drawn out completion of this project.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like it was a passion project too for you guys.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Definitely an emotionally charged project for sure. It was tough getting some of the songs sometimes when we were recording them, but we did. And yeah, I'm just glad we did it because we've both been in bands our whole lives. I've never been front guy, and Vicki's kind of a front guy in her band because she's a principal. But I've always been a side guy in a band. Like, I'll sing your backgrounds. I can sing a couple of leads with the Beach Boys, but I'm your drummer, basically, your piano player.
It is the first time either of us have had our own names on an album, which is kind of funny. Yeah. It's interesting.
And we're doing all the lead singing and stuff, so it's kind of fun.
It's like starting over in certain ways. It's very, we call ourselves the oldest baby band ever. but, which is true, actually, on every level. But we also get, when we do hear ourselves on the radio, we get so excited. It was like we're 20 again. And like, I feel like I'm jumping up and down in a phone booth. And
Yeah, we think it's a mistake that it's our phone playing it
Yeah.
like from our file. And we
Assuming
said,
it's our phone.
oh, turn that thing off. It's like,
No, it's not my phone.
no, it's
your
on the
phone.
radio.
It's actually on the radio.
Fuck.
That's really actually interesting to think about, almost like a rebirth of your career. Like looking at, the first time that you got to have those like feelings and hear yourself, and now it's different because you put all this work into it, and it's a whole different like career. It's a whole different, how does that feel, do you think, to like look back and say like, I did it twice now?
Mm-hmm. No, it's really exciting, and it is very different. And like John said, we've both been in bands our whole lives, different bands. I've been in, 5, I guess. And then I've been a side guy once or twice or 3 times. But to have it being your own project with your name on it, and then have it get recognized, it's rewarding in a whole different way. And it's fun, and we get excited.
And we have fun singing together, and that was the thing we didn't know would be fun, but it ended up being really fun because we're so domestic. For 20 years we didn't sing anything together unless somebody sent us a song and they wanted us to arrange backgrounds for them. We have a studio, but we didn't do anything for ourselves.
Yeah, it's ridiculous,
kind of funny.
Really.
She cooked.
I think it's also interesting that you guys both come from backgrounds of being like in groups with your family members. Mm-hmm. And so that has to be different too, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, it's still family. So. I mean, we're still in a band with a family member.
Yeah.
It's true though, and I guess that is a unique thing. It's unique to us. I've always loved the sound of sibling harmony. Don't you hit me in the with that rubber band.
Sometimes we're very brother and sister.
That's okay.
We've known each other
for your listening audience. He's about to
shoot
snap me with a
band.
rubber band. Thank you so much. I'm taking this away from you, young man.
She always takes my hair tied from me because I hold them on my fingers in pictures. She says, "Get that off your fingers."
Oh my gosh.
No. Anyway.
That's cute. I love it.
Yeah.
But true, the family thing. And so again, it's still family, and it's also family because the material is Cowsillian. These are Cowsill songs. We talked to John's other siblings about this. They weren't involved in any way, but they were sort of emotionally involved in us finishing this project. They were, at one point, his brother Bob said, "When are you going to do that brother thing? You guys are the laziest people I know." He really kind of gave us a bit of a tongue lashing about it. And we're like, okay, well, okay, I'll do it. And I think 3 years later, we started it at that point.
Well, it's not like you were just sitting around with no other job to do.
We weren't. Thank you for sharing that, because we were not just sitting around. We were busy doing other stuff.
Busy people.
God, dang it. Anyway.
That's fun though. Well, and soon, I'm sure, because you guys are going to tour the album, right?
Mm-hmm.
Eventually.
Yes. Well, we have been.
Yeah, kind of sporadically. We were late to the 25 touring season because of when our album came out, and actually getting an agent was harder than getting a record company, because get this, like agents would say, "What are your numbers?" Now I didn't know what that meant until I figured it out. How many people can you pull in? Well, we've never been a band before, so we said we don't have any numbers. We don't know who would come to our show. So they didn't want to book us, or they didn't want to take us on. So we finally got a guy who is, doing the chance with us, Dennis Kurtz out of Nashville. He's awesome. He's a good guy. We love him. And so our numbers are increasing rapidly, but we didn't know. We thought, who's going to come see us? Nobody knows who we are. So we figured we should call ourselves Vicki Peterson and John Cowsill, so at least something is recognizable instead of the clone disasters. Clone disaster. I just came up with that. Wow, I'm a genius. Just kidding.
So the word tour is a bit grand for what we've been doing. We're doing sporadic dates here and there, and we'll continue to do so through the rest of the year and we're already booking into 26.
Yeah, 26 should be nice. For us.
It's nice. And we were going, internationally, going to Canada, we're hopefully going to Europe. And so it's just, like I said, it's sort of it's a bit of what we used to call a dartboard tour. It's if somebody just kind of
throw the dart and go where you land.
Projectiles on a dartboard. Yeah.
Just take a handful of them, throw them at the whole map and see.
Let's get
5 dates where we going.
That's fun though, because one of the dates had to have landed on Brown County, Indiana. At least.
Absolutely.
Are you there?
Yes, that's where she.
Are you going to come to the show?
Yeah,
We're
definitely.
going to meet you in person.
Yeah, if you want, I'll come meet you. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Oh, that'll be awesome if you did.
Now you're committed.
Yeah, I'll totally come meet you. That'd be so cool.
Yeah, we sold 6 tickets so far because I get how many tickets we sold so far. So we have 6 people coming for sure right now.
Very proud.
Oh, well, now you got 7.
It's 7 now.
I'm going to start doing commercials for it. Like we make I make videos and now I've learned how to upload them. So
good boy.
Well, that's the second part you have to know how to do. I can make them easily by putting them up. Yeah, because I like doing the commercials. Like, you got to come out and see us. You're gonna have fun. There's gonna be surprises. Don't know what they are yet, but
gonna surprise you.
Yeah,
I like that he calls them commercials. This is obviously a child of the '60s and watching TV.
I can appreciate that though.
Okay, good.
What are you most excited about the show?
Oh, what shirt I'm gonna wear? No, I'm just kidding.
I'm looking forward to seeing the area. I've never been up. I've been to Brown County.
Really pretty. You guys come September the 5th, right?
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah. So that is really cool because hopefully the leaves will start to change like right around then.
Okay, I hope so. I don't want to be hot.
So that'll be good.
I want hoodie weather, that's my favorite thing. If it could be fall time and spring all year round, I'd be so happy because I hate summer everywhere. Yeah, because I'm from New England, I'm from Newport, Rhode Island, so I know about the leaves changing,
Seasons.
Yeah. Yes, that's the best. I love watching the seasons.
Me too. And we don't get that in California.
I grew up in California, so I have it aspirationally. I'm always looking for it, I missed it. Fog season and fire season. Those are our 2 seasons. Okay, well, you can leave the room.
Yeah, a lot of people's only fall experience is just like watching Halloween every year.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah. Oh, I love Halloween.
Yeah. I love it.
Yeah.
So, tell me, the Long After the Fire, the title of the album. What's the story behind that?
We had been thinking of a name, and we just throwing clunky things out now and then, and we're just. It was probably about 1 in the morning or 2 in the morning. And we're just going down the sidewalk. And we love New York because that's what we like to do late at night. And I think the place we like to go to, what was that dark bar? Delia's. Delia's. There was this cool late night place where you could get fries and they play trivia in there. Anyway, so we're walking down the street under some scaffolding, and I remember that particularly. And I just had the lyrics going in my head of Embers, the song Embers on our CD. Have you listened to it?
I listened to a couple of songs right before I called.
Okay, so listen to Embers and you'll hear where we got the title from, because and the embers keep burning long after the fire. And so I said that out loud, and she says, "Yep, yeah,
yep."
I said, "Yeah, what?" She goes, she said, "Title." I said, "Title, yes, Long After the Fire." And it's so perfect.
Then we started really realizing, it seemed like it came from just pulling a lyric, but then we realized the resonance of it. And the whole point being that these guys are
no longer
not physically here, but their music, is burning on. It really is, it is a life. It's still here. It will be, hopefully we'll just keep re-releasing music. The first time you hear a song, it's brand new. It doesn't matter how old it is, right? And so there's this beautiful, afterlife that these songs have.
So it took on a lot of meaning.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's beautiful. I haven't lost a sibling, but I lost my dad, and music was our thing. And so Like he would be so tickled if I was just like, do you know that I interviewed one of the Bengals today? So I often have those moments where I'm just like, this is how I still like hold on to him. And to make their music, that's a whole other step. So how beautiful is that?
It was a big deal, you know, because yeah, I've known the songs for so long.
Yeah, I mean, this is how we achieve immortality. This is how we live on, you know,
Yeah.
is to connect with the people who are still on the planet.
Yeah.
And you know, and Barry and Bill did that in so many ways.
Yeah.
Chiefly through their music. They were very strong personalities. You know, you had to love them. You had to like be annoyed by them.
They had a hard time traversing the earth
Yeah,
in the normal world. Both of them really had difficulties.
They
with
struggled in various aspects of life for sure.
But
Their songs and their music and it was just part of their souls. And you know that from knowing them. I mean, obviously, I knew Barry more than I knew Bill. He's up in Canada for most of my experience with the Cowsill family, but they were just very, very important to this family. And yeah, and they live on, and there you go. And that's how we do it, right?
long after that, you can listen to it on any streaming platform. You can also purchase that
physically
somewhere. I need to find out where we can buy our own. But anyway.
But it's on all the streaming platforms, so we can check it out on Spotify or Apple Music or
whatever you use, you can find long after
Amazon Music.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Vicki Peterson and John Cowsill, in that order, Vicki with an I. And if you go to Vicki with an I and John.com, that takes you to all our dates that we're going to be performing at. That's our website. It's kind of cool, just our first name, Vicki and John.
Yeah.
Like that's badass to me because like we're older. I figured everybody stole those names. Like Sonny.
Yeah. Well, when I got the email that came through, like it was your names were in very bold, big letters, and so there was no way to scroll past it without seeing them. So, yeah, good job on the PR for that.
Thank you. Excellent.
Yeah.
Patty DeVries.
Patty and
we love her.
No, that was smart though, because I do think that sometimes there's like a discredit to people's side projects or to, you know, just collaborations with other artists because they don't know you outside of your band name. And so that was that was a smart move. I think the thing that I always try to like ask about is kind of how you see music now and the industry and like the way that the business is designed in general versus the way it used to be. Because now it's just like a lot of social media, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, a lot of social media, because that's, you know, it went from being television, for instance, in like John's earliest days in the 60s when he was a little kid in a hit band, we would do television. You know, in my earliest days, being in a hit band, lovely, we did videos, you know, and there's still a big video component to putting your music out into the world. Obviously, you still want to do that visual, you know, the visual representation of your music is still very, very important, obviously, you know, but yes, it's on social media and sometimes it's in tiny little fragments. You know, you're going to do a reel, you're going to do like a little, you know, short, you know, you've got 3 seconds to make a point, do it. And, you know, and so that's challenging. And just the constant, you know, needing to be on your device rubs me the wrong way.
I don't like it.
You know,
I like the old school world, but it doesn't.
I know, I'm saying the both of us.
You said old guy, you didn't say old us.
I didn't say old guys.
Do you think that there's also kind of an advantage to people having the ability to put their own music out versus having to go through,
of course,
you know, all of the avenues?
Yeah, it's a double-edged sword, as it were, because there are no gatekeepers per se. There's nothing that's going to say, yes, this is worth your time listening to. No, this is not worth your time listening to. You have to figure that out yourself or leave that up to an algorithm to decide for you that you listened to this song, therefore you might like these 3 songs, you know, and which I guess the algorithm isn't probably that much different than the secretary in the A&R department, who was the one who really held the power back in the day.
Sure.
The algorithm with
Yeah.
the A&R person at the record
The
company.
A&R person and the assistants, the A&R person, because they're the ones who were fielding all the tapes that were coming through. And
Right.
they're the ones who, might fish something out of the circular file, i.e. the trash can, and decide this one needs another listening.
The circular
You've heard of
file.
this. And then
know.
I like that.
taking it to her boss or his boss and saying, hey, you should check this out. That obviously that's our algorithm now. And so it can steer you wrong, but how many great things you accidentally discovered on YouTube? I mean, I know I have. You also have to shift through a lot of stuff.
Unless you have kids, they shift through it for you,
That helps too.
and they tell you, hey, Dad, have
Check
you
this
heard
out.
this?
Yeah.
Or check this out. Our daughter and son have turned. I said,
Yeah,
how do you
sure.
find this stuff? They just sift through YouTube and this and that, and like, oh my God, I couldn't take the time, but they do, and they, I've learned about a lot of cool stuff from them.
But that's where a lot of people get their new music. And then thank you, radio and podcasts. Is it also for me? I'm a big NPR supporter. Thank you very much. And
Yes.
a lot of new things through NPR. I hear about he'll go what? How do you
Mhm.
know about them? How do you know about that?
Yeah. And what a time to be alive when that is something that's in danger.
Oh my gosh!
Oh my
right?
God, that
I know.
hit me that way.
I mean, I've given money to our local stations and NPR in general for years, but now it's just like it feels like an absolute obligation. We have to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because PBS is
Come on.
no, never like that.
Sesame
I was a
Street, come
PBS
on.
kid.
Yeah.
You're not going to convince me that anything that they taught me was bad. I'm sorry. They taught us to love each other and like each other because we're even no matter if we're different or the same or like I'm still failing to see like where that is woke, like to treat people in a kind way, no matter what your differences are.
I don't understand it. I don't get it.
How is that?
I don't either.
I hate no one, even the people who hate us. I can't,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, I hate anybody.
Yeah. No. I'm always like, what a crazy time to be alive right now.
It is a crazy
It is
time to
pretty
be
wild.
alive, and that's allowed to be said too.
But maybe it's also a really important time, and maybe it is a time that if not being quote unquote woke, being awoken to to the situation that liberties can be taken away. We do take them for granted because we are very lucky people. A
lot of people don't ever think about it till it's at their feet.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Until it's threatened,
Yeah.
You don't miss your water till your well runs dry, as the old blues song goes.
It was super nice to meet you guys. Thank you for taking the time to talk to me today.
We appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. I can't wait to meet you.
You will.
See you soon. Bye.
Bye.
I saw her sitting in the rain.